Hello, hello. If you're coming in, I'm Lara Jones. Say hello. Let me know how it's going. Alright. I'm making a mess already. Good morning. Let's see, it's Monday. It's our relationship to our mother today. So, what do we need to know? Mountain Road. You are on the road to success and march. Alright, so either marching forward or something that you've been doing since March is you're going to be successful in this. So go back to March. We'll say March 7th. I'll pull that through. So March 7th, look at what you were doing around that date in your life. Look at your emails, look at your photos, any of that text, and kind of determine what path were you on and where are you on that path. Are you hitting your success? But it does look like you are moving in the right direction, so keep marching forward, but also know that anything done in March, look for it to start coming together, right? So we're about the 4-month mark from March, so that gives us time to see what we've been doing. Does it have what we need it to? Jinn, someone will try to make you do something against your will with Club. So Club is saying, like, don't do anything that violates your own free will, anything that makes you feel like you're compromising or doing something you don't want to. So Club is not allowing others to bully you around and knowing that you have to keep going for you. Crib, birth. All right, so you're having success. This is bringing in that thing that you want. Money path, you're on the right path. All right, we keep talking about it. Yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated, and broken ring. So with this, letting go of any commitments that feel as though they are keeping you stuck, stagnant in the place that you don't want to be at, knowing that you do have money coming along, you do have success. And with Club, though, you have to watch for anyone that is trying to make you do something that you don't want to do. So Z, as far as getting transferred, all of this energy right now is in the vibration of, like, we're moving forward, but you have to watch out for people that are trying to keep you held back. So making sure, you know, like, you are moving in the right direction, but keep pushing forward despite what others feel, do, or say. So as far as that transfer, it does feel like it's going to come, but you have to watch for people that are going to try to stop you, right? And do things that you don't want to do. So make sure that you are not compromising your morality, like your morals. Don't compromise your morals, right, for other people. And Fox, there's someone around you that's being deceptive. So being very careful. Keep your circle close, right? And make sure that you are keeping everything, like, to yourself. All right. Okay. So cashier, little love, I'm going to tell you what I tell most, right? As a medium, your loved one doesn't want you to stop living because they passed away, right? We honor those who we've lost along the journey by living our most beautiful life. So when we lose someone, we can't just, like, we can't go with them. And I've had that conversation with one of my roommates, right? She's like, well, when this happened, I lost myself. And I'm like, well, that person wouldn't have wanted you to stop living. So even though your mom's gone, she don't want you to stop living. She wants you to live your best life. Leave her an offering and talk to her, please, because she has guidance for you. Dog close up. So pleasure with a close friend. It is time to get out there and laugh. Laugh until you cry. Laugh so hard just because. So get together with friends. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Breathing, resting, drinking water, meditating, right? You are complex. You are a complex houseplant with emotions, right? Whale. Great worry over nothing. A whale of a tale, right? Making too much of something that isn't actually it. Yeah. And cashier, people do turn against you, except for you need to recognize, like, people do turn against you when people pass away for a multitude of reasons. Normally it's like greed and hurt feelings, but you can't do other people's things for them. You have to stay in your lane. And I know it's really hard. I had a lot of family betrayal issues, and I'm still, like, navigating through it, but realizing that people that love you won't truly hurt you or turn their back on you when you need them the most. So when a tragedy happens, that's just revealing who is really for you and who does not need to come with you anymore. Yeah? So, hello, hello. Let us see what you need to know. I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. If you're coming in, we're doing collective tarot. Okay, so Cain, Wedge, Caterpillar, and Parrot. Let's see what we need to know off this. Parrot, gossiping. Cain, pay attention to your health. Okay? People are talking about what's going on in your life. Wedge, they are intentionally trying to create obstacles for you. And Caterpillar, you are going to have to keep growing. And Cashier, yes, I lost my kids. I lost a lot of my kids in this family drama. Here's this part. Come work with me one-on-one, right? If you want actual answers, comfort, you want to talk to somebody who's been through like the road of this, come book a one-on-one with me. And I do a 10-minute, $10 intro tarot special, so that way you're not making a huge time and energy commitment. You're getting to see if I am actually a good fit for you guys. So if you message me directly, right, I do a 10-minute, $10 tarot intro, right? So you know if you like my vibe and if you like the answers that you get, you know that you can commit and book with me longer, right? So let's see what else we need to know. Beryl, you have something, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. All right, and before you feel like you're lacking, take a look around, right? Look at your environment, because people always say, oh, I don't have that thing. No, you do. You just may have to dig it out of the mud. You may have to actually rework that scenario to make it work for you. So, all right, let's see what we need with tarot. Hello, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. Let's see what we need to know. If you like my vibe and you're wanting answers, please like, comment, share. Energy is reciprocity, right? Thank you, baby. Have a good day. And like I say, I've been through this stuff. So when people come to me and I'm like, I can help you navigate it because I know what those waters feel and look like, right? I know where the currents are. So come sit with me. 7 of Wands. And that is the part, guys. You don't come to me, like you come to me and you pay for the experience. You pay for the knowledge, right? Those are things that I've gone through that I can help you navigate, or you can just figure it out on your own. But that's a pretty hard task, right? It can be done. I figured it out on my own without help, but it's a treacherous thing out there. Okay, 7 of Wands, putting in the work, right? We're deciding, okay, we're going to put our energy into these things. 7 is your choices. Think 7 of heaven, right? Those are your choices. You either make good choices and you live a good life, or you make bad choices and you go in the wrong direction. So 7 of Wands is determining what are you putting your energy, your effort, your currency into, because where you pay attention, that's your currency, right? That's what flows and grows. And if you're putting in bad things, you're going to have bad results. Okay. So Magician, I love it. Very Gemini energy. We have Magician with cutting off. This is knowing that you have the information that you need to create your most beautiful life. 5 of Pentacles, you were left out in the cold. And with family betrayals, so this does speak of family betrayals. This does speak of even community betrayals. And Queen of Swords, though, this is saying be decisive, be cutting. Don't let people play in your face. Queen of Swords is very much that not letting anyone play, right? Because they go head over heart. They're like, oh, it's a logic game. So once you trip up on that, hello, Jade, how are you? So once you trip up on that, then you go, oh, okay. So Magician, 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, knowing that you were left out in the cold, but you have all the tools to create the most magical, beautiful life that you have. But you do have to cut people off, right? So Queen of Swords is saying, cut people off. No more excuses. No more half-baked answers with a page of Knight of Cups on the bottom. So like we're no longer taking offers from people that are not fully formed. So Knight of Cups is saying no. Okay. And ooh, all right. There's a lot that came out. Okay, so we have Knight of Pentacles. We are building. Slow and steady wins the race. Knight of Pentacles is saying, okay, we've got to keep moving in the right direction. 7 of Pentacles, or 7 of Wands, again, we are figuring out what it is that we are putting our passions into. With this, though, and this is very watery energy because we have Tower and we have Pisces, so we're getting into the emotions. You have to let go. 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 And intuitively, you know what you need to let go. Right? It's the thing, okay. And guys, if you say, I don't know what I need to let go of, it is the one thing you don't want to let go of that you have to. Right? You keep fighting it. You keep saying anything but that. There's no bargaining. Right? So, unfortunately, the things that you normally have to let go of are the things that you're like, I don't want to. But Tower is saying it's got to go. High Priestess is saying you know what you need to let go of because you're trying to build your beautiful life, but you can't do it if you are building other people's beautiful lives or chasing the wrong answers, right? Alrighty. Let's see. So Tower, letting it go. High Priestess, tapping into the intuition to know what it is that you are supposed to be letting go of. 10, I love it. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. So High Priestess in reverse came out. So saying that your intuition has been blocked for way too long. You've been wanting 10 of Cups, right? This I love that it comes out, but 10 of Cups is saying that happiness, that wish fulfillment, family, love, right? But you have to be able to get yourself, like, start listening to that intuition, right? Because you're wanting your most beautiful life, but you have to be able to hear what it is that you want. Okay, so this is a lot of challenge, struggle, but we'll talk about it. So this is the ultimate, this is where we're going, but you have to tap in and listen. So 8 of Pentacles, you've been struggling, fighting, but you have to get out of the loop, right? What this entails, like Page of Wands and 3 of Wands, you've been dealing with kind of immature energy. Like Page of Wands, God love them, but it's like, let's bring it down. It's like Page of Wands, whoa, all they did was smile at you wrong. You don't have to burn everything down. But Page of Wands, this is someone who's fiery. They were passionate, but they weren't helping you grow and go where you need to. So in order to reach, right, if you are climbing a ladder, not everybody's going to be able to climb that ladder with you. If you're wanting to go to 10 of Cups, if you're wanting this happiness, well, it's not going to be down here in the miserable. Like, you can't find happiness in misery. Or you can, but that's, if you keep saying, I'm happy where I'm at, and you're miserable, the universe is going to keep giving you more of those results. So recognizing that as you climb, not everybody is going to be able to climb with you to get to your happiness. And you can't be sad and you can't carry them, right? If you were trying to get to your spot, like up at the top, you can't have people laying on your back, right? So you really do have to start recognizing who is helping me grow and who needs to go by the wayside so that you can live your most beautiful life. Okay, but getting out of your loop, getting out of your head, recognizing who is for you, who is not, who's helping you grow, and again, who needs to go. That was all. 5 of Swords. This is, if you're in your head about it, it's time to go. If it creates chaos, confusion, pain, it's not for us, boo, because the divine, even when they give you hard things or scary things, it won't create like huge chaos, right? It won't create huge confusion. God gives answers, not questions. We're the ones with the questions because we don't understand with our little human brain, right? So 8 of Cups, and we don't see everything, right? We can't, like, when we don't, yes, please tap the screen if you're in, liking, thank you, Jeez. I appreciate that you come in and do that because the engagement really helps, and I appreciate. So 8 of Cups, this is like, we've done all the work here. This is recognizing I can't do anymore. I cannot pour any more emotionally in because all it does is keep draining me. So instead of holding that against people, being like, you know what, I just recognize they can't do this for me. They don't have the capacity. And that's not a personal thing. That's a them thing. They just need to rise up. And you need to, and that part, guys, sometimes people need you to be the example of where you're supposed to go, where they're supposed to go. So they can't come with you because they are meant to watch you and then follow behind you. So I know at times it can feel lonely, but that's because you are meant to be the pillar, the example for others on how to get through that thing. I talk all the time. I have a very complex story. I deal with other clients and, community members that have very complex stories. And part of it is realizing that I am meant to speak on my stuff, even if it scares me, even if it compromises my safety, because my survival story will be someone's blueprint on how to get out. So even though it's hard, when you get out, you are the blueprint for others to come behind you. So even if you feel like you're doing nothing, no, you are creating the path so that others can get to safety. And that is personal because I'm going through that currently with my own roommates, where they were talking to me and they're like, nothing seems to surprise you. I'm like, baby, because your story is my story. And I've been brave enough to speak it out loud. And now that I am also finding others that haven't quite been able to speak it that can now find that space, right? When we heal our trauma, we give others the capacity to heal and share their story and not feel entrapped. So that's how we get the no child left behind. That's how we get that circle of healing, is when we stand up and we heal, we turn around, we reach, and we say, okay, I'm out, grab my hand, I'm going to pull you. And then when you get out, you turn around and you grab the next person's hand. Why? Because we have to all work together to get through all of this, guys. None of us are separate, right? We are all having a human experience, but we are all God experiencing God. So when you're mad at someone else, that's you being mad at something that you yourself have done. So recognizing the honor, the beauty, the journey, letting people heal gracefully, right? Page of Swords in reverse. This is recognizing, okay, we've been dealing with people that are not, the best for us mentally, and recognizing we have to cut that out. If they feel like they're bringing burden, it's time to go. 10 of Wands in reverse, and this is people intentionally been trying to get you to carry their burdens. But you have to recognize you can't do your job and theirs. So if you're carrying other people's emotions, burdens, trauma, you can't do your job. So you have got to let it go. 10 of Wands in reverse is finally saying, let that shit go. Even if you don't know how to. Alright? Alright. I'm going to do one more card, and then I'm going to hop out because we got stuff to do. Okay, so the Devil in reverse. So the Devil in reverse, this is addiction. So the Devil upright, that's addiction, trauma, mental health, bad partners, anything you name. But in reverse, this is saying you are recognizing what has been holding you back. You are recognizing what's been holding you back. And once you recognize that you have the keys also to change your life, you will. So the Devil in reverse is saying break all of those ties that have kept you bound to the past. It is now time to be liberated and free. So hello, and goodbye. I'm Lara Jo, Siren Song Lover. I will talk to you guys later. And bye.